Hello. I want to get on here and talk about my last few visits that I've had. Let me fix this a little bit because I feel like I'm off-centered. First, I want to say that I'm not sure what these entities are doing, and I know I've mentioned it in my other videos, that I wake up coughing. And it's not like I'm snoring, so I kind of get choked, kind of coughing. It's nothing like that. It's a different feeling, and it's like an irritation, kind of. It's like I wasn't able to breathe, and then my body kicks in, starts breathing, and I kind of cough, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Once here recently, I think I did a video on it, where I woke up coughing and I saw, I name everything entities because some of them I cannot explain what they are. But to the side of the bed, the side I was facing, when I woke up coughing, I saw a tube kind of doing this away from my face. And this one was a transparent entity, kind of like with white TV static, and I could see its form and everything. I feel like I have to keep saying that because sometimes they're not TV statics, and I hadn't seen geometric shapes in forever. Some is, foggy, some is holographic. It just depends. So that was going away from me, and I'm like, okay, is that going in my throat? And if so, what are they doing? No pain whatsoever. I don't know what's going on. Here, it wasn't last night. A couple of nights ago, I woke up coughing, and lo and behold, it was bigger than my head, it looked like. What looked like a spider. But it wasn't like a spider. It looked mechanical, if that makes sense. It was all angled. You know how spiders are rounded everywhere. They're rounded. Well, this one, if I remember right, it was angled. Had pointy, sharp pointed legs, and I didn't even see a head. If there was a head, I missed it. When I opened my eyes, something was leaving my face area, going away, and then it looked like it kind of bowed down like a pet would, like you're going to smack it. It'll kind of hunker down. Well, it kind of did that. And I'm like, oh shit, spider, 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 because I have a fear of spiders. And the bigger they are, the more fear I have. But I'm trying to get over that because a lot of these entities are spider-like entities. Sitting there thinking spider, spider, and I know it can hear my thoughts. And the reason why I say that is because it started rushing off. And I don't know how it got from my bed I have a clothes rack between my bed and my window because my closet's not big enough. From the bed, it got on my clothes on the clothes rack, went all the way up it to my curtain, which is behind it. And I'm laying there thinking, I feel bad because I have this fear, and it scurried away, and I can see it kind of like perched up on the curtain, and it sat there for a few minutes, and then it kind of absorbed out. And I can't remember if I did this one or not. There was a couple of beings in my room, very tall. One had big almond eyes. The other one was human looking, and they were I think I did make a video. They were kind of floating around. Well, last night, I think it was last night, there was a very tall, I don't remember if it was last night or not. I can't remember because I have so many of these. It was between 6 and 7 feet tall-ish, maybe. Now, sometimes I don't look and see if their feet are even touching the ground because they float and walk and or stand. So I know it was tall, and I think it was last night, and I'm looking at it, and it's looking at me, and then you can tell it looks around, and then it looks back at me, and it blinks. You can clear say as day see that's blinking, and it had the angled like teardrop eyes is what it looked like. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, that's so pretty. This entity is so beautiful, you know? And I'm sitting there, and I think I asked if it would materialize in front of me. I can't remember. and it slowly just dissolved away. And I'm like, why will not most of these entities not do that? I know there's a reason, but I don't know that reason. Also, a couple of times, and I think the one last night was the one that did this also. I will sense entities in my room, and sometimes they don't have to do anything to me. My eyes will just pop open and there they are. But the last couple of times recently, they won't be in my line of sight, but when my eyes open, you can see them, the white TV static, and they'll come right in front of my eyes, and I'll look at them, and they'll just stand there. And sometimes they dissolve, sometimes I conk out. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm sleepy, I would love to stay up, but I apologize. We don't communicate. I don't have telepathy, and I talk out loud to them, I get no response, so I don't know the purpose of why they come to me. I had a psychic medium tell me that they're very excited that I'm able to see them because it's rare that we can see them, but I can. So I know that when they were working on my foot over a year ago, they looked at me like, oh, she sees us. And it was around that same time as when I was told they enjoy that fact that I can see them. Well, show me some more joy and communicate with me. I also want to say that I apologize if I already made a video on this. Sometimes I get to making a video and I'm like, did I do it or not? I can't remember. But I talk about it to a couple of people, so I get confused sometimes. But there's times where I've done it twice, and once I had a visit, and the second time I didn't, but I was really tired. So my first night, I decided, so I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna take my sleeping pills, and when they kick in, I'm going to sit up and I'm gonna meditate and see what happens. So my first night, I did that. I sat up, meditated, and instantly, before I even got in trance or anything, I'm sitting there, and it's not even a minute. And all of a sudden, I feel waves of pulsing, doing just like that, same rhythm. And they were going to my hands that were on my thighs. I had palms up, relaxed, crossed leg. And then it started going to my face and my head. And it was sitting there just pulsing. And I didn't open my eyes. And I'm sitting there thinking, this is beautiful. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. But sometimes my sleeping pills make me nauseous because it lowers my blood pressure extremely bad. And I feel like if my head is up, I'm going to faint. That's how I feel. And I started getting nauseous. I felt kind of faint feeling. And it could have been the combination of them in there also. So I apologized to him. I sat there and felt it a good 3 minutes. And I apologized and said, I'm not feeling well. I have to lay down. And I did. The second night, I did the same thing. And I didn't feel anything. And for some reason, I just kind of felt irritable. And I apologized and said, if you're here or you're coming or whichever, I have to lay down because I'm not really into it. But today I'm doing it. I'm doing it again tonight, and I will do a video tomorrow and let you know how it went. Hopefully something happens. I kind of hope that they will materialize in front of me because I would love that. In person, face to face. As you know, I've had them come to me. Oh, what do you call that? I just said it. Oh my gosh, or they don't materialize, but they kind of are transferred like a spirit, like Star Wars thing. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word, but you know where I'm going. It's like they're here, but they're not here. I hope that makes sense. I said the word a minute ago. I've also seen them in the white static, and I don't know if those are the same or not. Some of this I just can't make out how they're coming to me. I don't know. So anyway, that's my last few visits. And I think that's it. I haven't had any body vibrations or anything working on me lately. No, I think that's all I've got for you today. So I hope you guys are doing well. Like, subscribe, and I'm ending this here. I'm sending you love, light, and peace. Bye.